We work a lot in the communications department with students. Both our students and our alumni network are really the best ambassadors for the school that we could imagine.
Fête Universelle just aligns with what I love.
I wanted to do something more than just going to classes and listening. If you work in events, it will probably look like the event of Millésime.
I want to understand with 25 people in the committee, how do we organize people, how do we organize with all the stakeholders at EHL.
What's fantastic about EHL as well is the way our facilities on the entire campus is designed. It's all about creating this human-centric experience.
The video for that series. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
On it.
Okay, perfect. Because then after that one, I can post another missing the culture post.
Ginevra already sent me an updated comment. What I need to do is add the captions, edit the ending so that it includes our small banner. We spoke to the sponsorship team to make sure that each student is allocated different roles. Let's say when it comes to the type of content we're expecting for the sponsors. I've liaised with the EHL photo to make sure that they're also able to get photos of the individual products.
The photographer is aware and he's gonna record each project.
Okay,
And he's gonna put a minimum of 3 seconds of each sponsor in the after movie. We have an issue with the kitchen. We're missing 18 kilos of meat.
No. No, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Okay, and we just go on
Je suis
stage.
désolée, je vais taper une barre, mais... No, but this is serious actually. This is really serious.
Yes, the school is great. Yes, our classes are amazing, of course. But it's never going to be the same as when you take part as well in community activities and events.
So if I could come back to the start of my career, and if I look back at how I was and how I felt and how I behaved at the time, I would definitely tell myself be even more courageous, more outspoken at the start of your career. Now I learned also from your experience and from the younger generation that speaking up is not being difficult, but it's being interested, it's being engaged, it's being proactive. So this is what I would tell myself if I could talk to my 27-year-old me.
And for me, if I could bring myself back to 4 years ago, when I first started EHL, I think the main thing I would tell myself is to not so worried about the grades and focus more on what I can try at EHL, maximize the opportunities I have, join more committees, and immersing myself in the culture that EHL provides, as well as the people that I can meet here. I think networking is such a great thing here because everyone is from different places, and once you're out in the hospitality industry, you're always bound to meet again.
That's a cool thing, yeah?
Yes.
That's good, yeah.
On va juste là à l'entrée de l'EHL, on appelle ça l'arbre. C'est là où on va faire notre apéritif vendredi, vu qu'on va voir, on va tout mettre. Vous regardez le plan que là, elle voulait mettre les 2 grands buffets.
Oui.
Ensuite, elle voulait mettre un check-in là-bas et un check-in ici pour qu'il y ait vraiment des 2 entrées.
Vous me dites de combien vous avez besoin, je vous les prépare. Au cas, si vous voulez, je peux déjà vous les donner demain, si vous.
Ok, génial, parfait.
I remember when I was a student at EHL, we'd have many professors that would tell us that there are always different ways of making something work. There are always different ways of going about service.
And I remember with the whole team, our entire mindset shifted. It became from the beginning where everyone used to complain whenever there was a problem to us saying, listen, if you're not coming with a solution, you're not telling me about your problem.
Stefan is the staff who's gonna help us at the bar during the event. And we need to find a new fridge for all of our soft drinks because there's not enough space for what we have.
Too much beverages, actually.
Which is better.
There are many soft skills which are relevant in business. 2 or 3, I believe, are most essential. First of all, the ability to comprehend the human mind, the willingness to like the complexity of people.
They're not there, there's not enough space. Where can we put them? Because otherwise they're not going to be cold before the event.
Yes.
Probably in the M-bar storage, if I have enough room.
M-bar storage.
See where it is.
Going to the fridge for the drinks for tomorrow because we don't have enough space.
In the fridge?
Yes. We fed our...
The infrastructure here helps us a lot for organizing, for example, Fête Uni, because we need a lot of space, but then you need to use it really well to organize this event.
I would say that the school itself provides a lot of benefits. They have already contractors who can supply us, provide some service, external security, and so on. But in the end, they give the context, but they don't do it for us, which means we have to stick on the toes.
For example, we had meetings with the chefs, as you said, and also with the entire events team. We have the infrastructure to do and to host such big events. But I mean, if we weren't at school, honestly, having this kind of infrastructure, I don't think it would be possible.
I think beyond the wow factor of just coming on campus and seeing the amazing facilities, you really get that sense of being part of the hospitality industry because students are interacting with people everywhere. They're always on, so to say. They're always in professional attire, they're always welcoming, they're always helpful, and they're working in every single operational post around campus.
So the soft skill to listen, to proactively listen, to form an opinion, not to be opinionated, I guess that is a very important soft skill. Second, resilience.
Can you assign 3 people to downstairs, the second floor, to the fridge? We need their help. 3 people, yes.
We will just tack it on the side because there's still an event ongoing on the evening.
Yes.
Okay. So we will just leave it like
if
on the side
put this
and then
tomorrow. As much as possible tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the classes actually could be used for Millésime because we have a lot of business and financial classes that we definitely use while managing a team, a committee. We have a lot of classes as well to learn how to talk to people business-wise, like how to host a meeting, how to talk in front of people, how to do the speeches, and all of this, we've done it.
And number 3 is probably empathy. You need to love people. You need to feel when you speak to people, you need to recognize the person, not only the position.
My name is Achim Schmidt and I'm the Dean of EHL Hospitality Business School.
For me, these 3 soft skills are the most important.
In class you learn the hard skill and outside of the class you learn the soft skill.
Yeah.
I truly believe in soft skills and I think that's what makes the difference afterwards. Because hard skills you can always learn them on the job from people that actually know their industry. But soft skill, I think it takes time to develop and you have to train on it.
And all of those human skills that they get in customer service and working during the AP workshops and the committees.
Yeah, and I think that's why so many different recruiters come here as well, because they're saying, look, we can teach you how to do banking stuff. We can teach you that. There are a lot of things people can learn in the workplace, but what they can't learn is the tchatch.
It's the day, guys, the day we are waiting for. In the next 40 hours, we will do a lot of choices. Glasses will be emptied, wine poured.
Being part of the presidency, you really have a big role in terms of motivating the students you're working with.
I always say you're only as good as how good your team is.
You have to let them, express themselves.
That's something that we see when we work with young graduates from EHL.
They have a sparkle in their eyes. They're used to expose themselves to difficult situations.